What up, y'all? I'd welcome y'all to Humble City Real. That show where I talk about things I like, things I don't like, things I know, things I think I know, whatever else crossed my mind. So before we get in this video, I'd like to remind y'all to go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the don't like button. Leave some comments. But make sure if you want to see more videos, you hit that notification so you'll know when my next video drops. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, as you see, I'm in my Browns attires, draft weekend for the NFL here in Cleveland. Pretty cool experience. It's kind of tainted by the weather, but we still went down, pulled up, showed out. It's a pretty cool event, to be a part of that in some form or way. It was like real cool, went down, a few family members and stuff. We went down there, had a good time, One of the things I noticed, I talked about this a little bit in a previous video, which was titled Part 1, Vaccine Chronicles. So yes, this is why this is Vaccine Chronicles Part 2. So while we was down there, we going through the different little, fan experiences and stuff, whatnot. And so we was trying to get down to the one area where the main stage was at, right? So you can look over and you can see people over there. So we took the little route to go down there. So we get down there, and the guy says, they got it blocked off. There's a few of them all lined up, blocking it off. And they like, if you are vaccinated, you need to go to the up ramp to enter in from there. And he repeated that like about 3 more times. So we was wondering, what about the people who are not vaccinated? Look, if you are vaccinated, you take the up ramp and you will be able to enter from there. So we're like, wow, okay. So clearly this space is for people who've been vaccinated and not for those who haven't been vaccinated. So, it was what it was. We continued and did everything else they allowed you to do, which was all type of stuff within the stadium. Outside and around, up, under, whatever, we was able to do all that other stuff. The weather was kind of, messing it up a little bit, but still had a good time, right? So, needless to say, we leave from downtown. We're going to watch the draft. We go out to eat, sit and watch the draft at, little sports area, whatever, sports bar. And so, as I was watching it, I'm seeing certain things noticing the fan areas and stuff. And I said, wait a minute, that was that area. That was that area that everyone was in. So I'm like, so all those people was vaccinated. Okay. Good for them. It's good. What I later found out was that let's just speak for that area. The NFL actually paid for fans to travel to Cleveland, paid for their hotel, and I believe, they had some type of per diem if they were vaccinated. Yeah. So for all the different fans from the different teams you've seen, those people that was in those areas, those people that got to sit in Roger Goodell's seat, in order for them to come, they, for whatever highway to sign up thing went, I'm not sure how that part went, that process, but they, got vaccinated, and whatever team you want to name, paid for them to travel to Cleveland to be a part of the draft experience and represent them as, a cheering section of their team once they make their selections on their draft picks, right? So, wow, that's one thing. And then the other part I noticed, which was kind of weird, but funny to me, and some of the they have the war rooms. If you're not familiar with the war rooms, as far as when you have the draft processes, it's basically the room that the team is, and that's the room where all the important people are. The owner, the coach, the assistant coach, the D coordinator, they're all in that room. They'll call them the war room. Some of them was, you see the guys in there, they all in there, they got their mask on. And then you had rooms where above it, say, for example, the Cowboys. It'll have Dallas Cowboys room, but then above it had fully vaccinated. I'm like, well, okay. kind of get it. Quite sure Jerry Jones, he wanted to make sure that, anybody around him is going to be vaccinated. I'm quite sure he want to make sure that he can last a little longer, right? Just playing. But at any rate, I get it, though. What was funny to me, though, about those scenes was, once one of the parts of taking a vaccine is, I would say, so they say that you can't, that you're not just going to be totally removed from your mask, that you're not going to not catch COVID again. I believe they try to say if you have the vaccine and you catch COVID again, you won't be infectious. Not sure how that even makes sense, but okay, they're the brain trust. They're the ones, the scientists, the doctors that make that happen. But they were all in there without their mask on, just, loving life. It just looked funny to me. But anyway, I digress. In the previous video, I kind of spoke about, being prepared for moments of, being ostracized if you haven't taken the vaccine, separated, segregated, almost outright banished, possibly, I'm going to go a little further into that particular subject on and off and probably more in depth in like another video. But what I really want to focus on for this particular moment right here, what outside, if you're standing on the side of, I'm not taking the vaccine, right? So me personally, I'm not taking the vaccine, right? So for all the rest of those who are, I guess on the same page as me, for whatever reason they feel they want to not take the vaccine, because all our reasons won't be the same. Like I said, I can make my jokes and be like, oh, I'm not taking it because they got, monkey blood and bat shit in it. That's just me playing around. What's in it really doesn't matter to me per se. It's just something I just don't feel I need to do. But for those that's, standing in the same line as far as, I'm not taking that vaccine, I have a question to you. What is it that they can offer you that will make you take the vaccine? As I said earlier, NFL teams offer, fans, hey, we'll pay for your plane ticket, pay for your hotel, and you will get, instant access into all, certain areas at the draft experience. Take the vaccine. If you go get vaccinated, you'll do it. Remember, I said that they were speaking about that before when we were talking about preparations for the next coming up seasons for different sporting events as far as allowing fans there, which they did. Some stadiums had allowed fans, but now going forward with the vaccine, they're looking at as far as, keeping it to where only vaccinated people can come. So I said, what will be that it factor? What will be that, that's the kicker. That will make me take it, I mean, us as, people, when we're kids, sometimes as adults, we may speak on things as far as like, we'll be like, oh, would you do XYZ for $1 million? Would you do that for $1 million? And one of the reasons that you talk about things like that, we used to do things like that, more so because we don't got, so you look at the proverbial $1 million, and I'm just going to use $1 million as the number, you look at that as, I don't have it, so that's when those conversations can go back and forth. Well, I wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't do this, or So, and I say that from a standpoint of not being rich, hell, not even well off, just, head above water. More so, how they say if you see a duck going across the pond, up top, he's moving calm, but below the water, his legs kicking like hell. Yeah, I say that's me. Looks good, but I'm working. I am working, right? But what would you do though? Like, what would they have to offer you? Like, would it have to be, free housing or something, or X amount of money, the $1 million or whatnot, to take the vaccine? Just curious, like, what would you do? We've seen what those particular people done. whether they were on the side of they wasn't going to take it until then, or if they really wanted to take it already, and it just so happened that they entered the drawing and they were selected. But it's just it's common. It's going to be a lot of things where they offer you things to take it. I've seen it personally. We want you to do certain things, and we offer you rewards or whatnot. We offer you rewards. So, what is it that you would like to try to do? What is it that will convince you to get the vaccine if just on your own nature you're just saying you're not going to get it? That's my question to you. Me personally, I don't think there's nothing in this world they can offer me, and try to swindle me with or try to convince me to do it, because it makes me kind of, wonder why. I look at it like it's people out here that need a whole bunch of things in this world. And what are you offering them? What are you giving them? You're saying, if you take this vaccine, I'll give you X, Y, Z. I'll give you these tickets to this show, or I'll give you plane tickets to here, or you'll be able to go to this hotel. And I look at it as people in the world that need a whole lot more help. So, there's people who need treatments for other different ailments and remedies and stuff, or, some need chemo, some need medicine and things of that nature. Housing, we have homeless, all these people that need help, right? And if you're offering something, you're saying, I'll do this if you take this vaccine. But other than that, you actually can die right there if you want to, as long as you don't affect nobody. Oh, you need this type of medicine? Nah, I can't do nothing for you. Or is it going to come to a point where they're going to say, hey, if you really want this health treatment, I'm going to have to get you that vaccine. Is that coming? Just wondering what's going to be all the tools that's coming in, down the line, as far as, the government making sure that we are a fully vaccinated population. We'll see, I guess, I'm going to leave it right here for right now. See what y'all thoughts are. Leave in the comments what you think. What is it that you would need, or what would they have to give you or offer you to take the vaccine if you're standing on the line that you're not? What would it be? What can they give you? How much money? How much money do you need? What items, what precious stones would they have to present to you for you to take the vaccine? That being said, don't forget to subscribe. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. If you don't like what you see, hey, you should still subscribe too. Hit those like buttons, hit the don't like button. Let me know what you did like, what you didn't like. It's Humble City Real. Thank you all for watching. Holla at y'all later.